Yeah, I'm standing here with Joe Cool, who's out of San Francisco, California, and Joe has been around since day one in kiteboarding. He's one of the guys who brings some of the first kites over to Maui and get a lot of people in the sport, and he's been involved in a lot of contests, and he came all the way to Corpus Christi to check out the Velocity Games and to help out with the event. So, Joe, why don't you tell us, what you think about the event and why it is that you're here?
It's a great event, and I've never been here before, so I always wanted to come to Corpus Christi and check it out, since I've heard about it so much over the years. But the main reason I'm here is to help John Gomes from St. Francis Yacht Club, who's working really hard getting course racing going from a sailing perspective.
Well, and that's a new added discipline to this event. This year we have course racing for the first time. And, why don't you talk a little bit about how course racing is different than a border cross?
Course racing is used in more like what you would call an Olympic triangle, like what they do in the Olympics, where the sailors actually have to follow some rules as opposed to just going out and doing a border cross, which is great too. I'm not saying anything negative on that. But in terms of maybe possibly making the sport grow a little bit larger, I think it would be cool if we could get into the Olympics, and that's one way that we could possibly get into the Olympics. And then as a whole, I think it would open up kiting more for all the disciplines, including freestyle, border cross, whatever. But all the sailors that are watching kiting right now, from a sailor's perspective, they do understand going around a course. And what I've seen at the St. Francis in San Francisco, which is one of the top leading clubs aside from maybe the New York Yacht Club or the Yacht Club in San Diego, whatever club you want to think about, the Olympic sailors will watch the kiters go around a course, and now they want to start kiting themselves. So you're going to start seeing more and more traditional sailors now come into the sport, just like wakeboarders were attracted to the sport of kiteboarding. Now you're going to have sailors coming into the sport.
Well, and that's interesting. And there's been a lot of talk of trying to get kiteboarding into the Olympics. And have you worked on that, or do you know more about that?
That's what we're trying to do. That's why we're here. And it's actually John Gomes and also Jim Kiriakis are the developers of the so-called trying to get Fleet 1. So San Francisco's Fleet 1. And what we're in hopes of now is that there'll be like Fleet 2, Fleet 3. And there's another part of the bay, 3rd Avenue. I don't know if you're familiar with that. I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
3rd just had their first kite race just the other day. So now they're starting to alter with us. So the sport's actually, or the discipline, is actually starting to grow a little bit now. So now we're in hopes that maybe someone on the West Coast will maybe organize a fleet. I was just talking to Sean from Mexico, and next week they're going to actually try and do a course race. So to get, I think the way it works for the Olympics is you need 8 countries. And once you get 8 countries that actually have fleets, then you can sort of apply to the Olympics and blah, 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 blah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could get this sport in the Olympics, we could definitely get more, more exposure for the sport. And, I mean, would you consider Corpus Christi as a place where we could potentially have an Olympic event?
Oh, for sure. This place is great, man. You guys are set up for it. I know we got skunked on the wind a little bit, but I know it's been blowing, and I know it blows here. It's just one of those things. But yeah, Corpus Christi is perfect for, especially with the yacht clubs. And I was really impressed with the local yacht club. It's very, very nice.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks for your time today, and we'll be checking back in with you later on in the event.
Yeah, hey, thanks a lot, and keep up the good work, man.
Thanks, man.